Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Atar Tech. I hope you all viewers will be fine and doing well. Dear viewers, dear friends, dear audience, in this vlog video and this lecture video here I will discuss a very amazing course of pathophysiology which is teach during the fourth semester of the BS in nursing and different institutes or in different colleges and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. But here before I start my lecture video, I here kindly request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive the notification of my upcoming videos on Athartic YouTube channel. Dear friends, dear viewers, here the objectives of our first chapter of pathophysiology will be, here we will discuss the trisomy, monosomy, polysomy and other related terminologies which is related to genetic disorders. Here we will also differentiate between genetic and congenital disorders, and we will also explain the chromosomal defect with special emphasis on aneuploidy. Here we will also discuss the pathophysiology and clinical manifestation of Down syndrome. So before starting these type of different types of monosomies, here first of all we will discuss the genetics, the definition of genetics, genes, trait, gene locus, alleles and history of genetics. So basically genetics is it is the branch, genetics as the branch of biology which is concerned with the study of genes, genetic variations and heredity in the organisms. Genes is basically it is the segment of DNA which is responsible for a particular trait. A trait is basically a physical characteristics. A trait is basically a physical characteristic or attributes what both alleles eventually code for. So trait can be height for the person, color of the eyes and color of the skin or color of the hair, etc. So here we will also discuss the gene locus. So basically the gene locus as the place or the location, basically the address of the gene where it is located on the chromosome. So gene locus is basically the location where it is located on the chromosome. Alleles is basically that genes that have the same locus, that have the same location on homologous chromosome and doing the similar functions. These are called alleles. So in the history of genetics, here we will discuss the scientific study or the scientific history of genetics begin with the works of Gregor Mendel in the mid-19th century. The word gene was first used by Willem Johannessen in 1909, which is based on the concept developed by the Gregor Mendel in 1866. Mendel worked in Tarasso in 1666. Gregor Mendel, through his work on pea plant, discovered the fundamental laws of inheritance. He deduced that genes comes in pairs and are inherited as distinct units, one from each parent. Mendel tracked the segregation of parental genes and their appearance in the offspring as dominant or recessive trait. Continues here DNA, it is a linear chain unbranched polymer of nucleotides which containing the total life format made up of nitrogenous bases, pentose sugars and phosphoric acid, breaks by endonucleases and exonucleases. So Chromosome, basically chromosome is made up of DNA and histone protein. Chromosome components are chromatid, centromere and short arm and long arm. So chromatids is basically each of the two thread-like strands into which a chromosome divide longitudinally during cell division. Centromere, it is the point on a chromosome by which it is attached to a spindle fiber during cell division. The human genome has just over 3 billion DNA base pairs encoding 750 MB of information and containing 20,000 to 25,000 protein coding genes. Homologous chromosome is basically the corresponding chromosome from mother and father having same genetic materials are homologous to each other. X and Y are not homologous to each other because they have no same genetic material. Diploid, when one's chromosome are in matched pair or in 2n, or one chromosome in the matched pair from the father and one chromosome from in the matched pair from the mother. So these will be the diploid chromosomes. Simply, what are dominant and recessive allele? So we had already discussed the allele. So here now we will discuss the dominant and recessive allele. Since human cells carry two copies of each chromosome, they have two versions of each gene. These different versions of a gene are called alleles. Alleles can be either dominant or recessive. Dominant alleles show their effect even if the individual only has one copy of the allele, also known as being heterozygous. While for example, the allele for brown eyes is dominant, therefore you need only one copy of the brown eye allele to have brown eyes. Although with two copies you will still have brown eyes. Recessive alleles only show their effect if the individual has two copies of the allele, also known as being homozygous. For example, the allele for blue eyes is recessive. Therefore, to have blue eyes, you need to have two copies of the blue eye alleles. What is karyotyping? So karyotyping is the process by which photographs of chromosomes are taken in order to determine the number of chromosomes and any abnormalities. The term is also used for the complete set of chromosomes in a species or in an individual organism, and for a set that detects this complement or measures the numbers. The chromosomes are depicted by rearranging a photomicrograph in a standard format which is known as karyogram or ideogram, and pairs ordered by size and position of centromere for chromosomes of the same size. Difference between genetic and congenital disorders. So basically the genetic disease or genetic disorder is resulting from a chromosome abnormality or a defective gene. A genetic disorder in an illness caused by abnormalities in genes or chromosomes, especially a condition that is present from before birth. Most genetic disorders are quite rare and affect one person in every several thousands or millions. While congenital disease abnormality present at birth, even though it may not be detected until some time after birth, it occurs during intrauterine or in fetal life due to some toxic substances and environmental factors. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel Athatic. Meet you in the next video with another topic of classification of genetic disorders. We will discuss the autosomal dominant disorders, autosomal recessive, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive, Y-linked, and mitochondrial disorder. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel Athatic, then please kindly do subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive the notification of my upcoming videos. Goodbye. Take care of yourself.